I come from a science background, and the last 3 years obviously have been pretty crazy in this world. But I remember that because I came from a science background, I kind of bought into the scientism of everything without looking into the facts of who might be, looking to manipulate that for their own agendas. And
Sure.
I think most of the world, and maybe here because I get to talk to a lot of interesting people, have shown that there's a lot of vested interest to keep certain things public and other things private. Usually there's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of power involved. And I think through the lockdowns and pandemics and vaccine stuff, we've seen a lot of evidence of that. And there's no reason to think that's not happening here as well, right?
Oh, this was the mother of all of those sort of spinmeisters. I have a CIA document, multiple. One from the 50s where they had engaged Donald Menzel, Dr. Menzel at Harvard, by the CIA to debunk, and he was an astronomer, astrophysicist actually. And this document, plain black and white, says that he was engaged. It was to be kept secret, to go out to the public and dismiss the evidence that was coming in the 1950s. I have a later document that names Professor Condon of the Condon Committee in the University of Colorado that the U.S. government engaged to study this issue. And in that document, it says our relationship with Dr. Condon must be kept secret because he is our person, on the committee as the head of it. And what he did is that he cherry-picked people coming before that committee. And for example, Dr. Robert Woods, who's a whistleblower on our team, he's a McDonnell Douglas aerospace PhD. He had compelling evidence. And this was in 1969. He's still living. And he had compelling evidence of these objects being real, some of them being of extraterrestrial origin. And believe it or not, Dr. Condon went to old man McDonald of McDonnell Douglas Aerospace and said, fire this man. He is not to be on this committee, and tried to get Dr. Woods fired. This we have on a written and video testimony from Dr. Woods. So I point out to people, this is the kind of corruption that has kept the truth away from the public. And I could list hundreds and hundreds of cases like this over the last 75, 80 years. Now, to what end? I mean, I think the big question, when I first briefed the director of the CIA, or Bill Clinton, and he asked me, why would this be kept away from me and the president? Because the president and the director of the CIA had been denied access to the projects dealing with this problem. Now, this is in December of 1993. It was 30 years ago, virtually. And I said, look, the reason it's being kept so secret is because the technologies behind how those objects move, they have no jets, they have no rockets, they're not an internal combustion engine, and they most certainly don't have a nuclear power plant on them because there's no heat signature, and nuclear power fission is hot. So when you look at them, you realize it's a whole new physics, a whole electromagnetic propulsion type system using very high voltage systems, similar to what Nikola Tesla and other people stumbled across in the early 20th century. But I said, if that were to be disclosed, we would terminate oil, gas, coal, nuclear power, wind, solar, you name it, and public utilities. You're talking a huge transformation in how the world operates. Now, on the one hand, it would be disruptive to the status quo of the macroeconomic system. On the other hand, it would end all pollution. It would end all poverty in 20 years. And everyone on the planet would have, quote unquote, free energy from what's called the 0-point energy field. And we can discuss this later. So he said, I get it. So, it's about power, money, and the corrupting influence of it. It is not about science, because once you drill down the science, the evidence is absolutely overwhelming.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true. and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.